Alright, hello. Some actual good weapon. The one that surprised me the most, I think, out of all the Incarnon weapons that are coming with next patch, it's the Ballistica. The Ballistica Prime is a weapon I had actually never tried in my life because I always hated the series of Ballistica. And honestly, the stats on this weapon didn't really look that amazing, like 20% crit chance, 2 multiplier, this is 3.2 because of Tenacious Bone, and 15% status chance per projectile though. So when I saw per projectile and I saw 4 multi-shot, I was like, huh, wait a minute, that's not actually that bad. Because I thought this was like just 15% status chance, because I was a noob back in the day. But 16% status, 15% status chance per projectile. Now that's more interesting. That's more like it. So then I tried the weapon. While leveling it up, I tried it. I did some experiments with it, seeing what it can do. And honestly, this thing ain't half bad. And I gotta be so for real, I tried a deadhead build and I tried an unnervate build. I think the deadhead build was like 1,000 or 100,000 times better, and I was quite surprised at how much better it was. I even added primed steady hands because I genuinely enjoyed this weapon. I'm really surprised that I actually liked this weapon. Because as I said, I hate the series of the Ballistica weapons. This one is actually really good. The unique trait, sure, it has a lot of issues. If you actually kill someone and you have a spectral ally, they can obscure your vision, they can confuse you and you try to shoot them but it doesn't deal damage, so then you're even more confused. But overall, it's not half bad. Also, spectral allies really get in your way. So I do suggest, now that I can do it as well, we go for a dark energy color, because that's gonna make it so that the vision is not obstructed as much as possible, and you're still gonna get the health bar on that spectral guy, but it's not gonna be that great. Other than that, this is just a very simple corrosive magnetic build with primary or secondary deathhead, a very just pure base damage build. I don't think IQD is the way because this thing has an 8 multi-shot and you want to take advantage of the status per projectile that it already has, but I thought it was pretty interesting. This weapon is actually not that bad. It's pretty great. So, Incarnon form on this weapon. Obviously, this weapon has quite a bit of base damage, and this weapon also has quite good single target damage. Like, surprisingly, this weapon has some really decent single target damage. I'm gonna go onto disruption mission and show you after, but I feel like even at like level 400 to 500, I would still be able to kill the disruption target with this, but it's just spamming it and then charge attacking after. But yeah, as you can see, you know, low ammo in the mag, but the damage, you know, it's there. And now this is what happens when the spectral guy is completely dark. As you can see, they kind of disappear, they don't obscure your vision anymore, but they do the work. They take aggro, they do everything still. They just stop obscuring your vision completely and you can actually shoot through them, which is a really big thing about this weapon that you should definitely do if you want to play it. Overall though, you do see some quite decent damage from it. Like, I gotta be so for real, when the Acolyte comes in, I'm gonna completely destroy him with this weapon. And that makes it very interesting. Like, honestly, I'm between this and the Distresser Prime on the weapons that I will actually pick and farm out from the circuit when the week comes for the Incarnons. But can I be honest? This looks, sounds, and plays out brilliantly. The Distresser is a very unique weapon as it's a rapier. We don't have many rapiers in the game. And it's also one of the best abusers of melee loaded, which I will actually showcase on, I think, tomorrow's video. I'm not really sure yet. But it's overall a really strong contender. And this thing surprised me a lot. As someone who doesn't like these weapons, because we have like the Rakta Ballistica, the Ballistica, and the Ballistica Prime, this one's actually right. This one I actually enjoy quite a bit. And if you haven't tried this weapon, you could probably give it a try. I'm not sure when it's gonna come back in the Prime Resurgence, like hopefully soon, so you can actually all test it. But this is a pretty decent weapon. Like, single target, I'm like 70 to 80 kills per minute. As a single target, you need quite a bit of damage to do that. And as you can show, like, you saw that that Eximus there, so much damage. Not even charging it, just straight up spamming it. And it's one hit. It's not even like me just using any type of weapon buff or something like that. I'm just using attack speed and it's just doing. Also, gotta find this guy, one tap him, not even charging the weapon. Like, damn. This hits. You know, this hits. And obviously, you could probably add some projectile speed onto this. I think projectile speed modes are really nice, but I really like having no recoil. If the Incarnon progenitor comes around and it provides this with no recoil on its own, I'm simply gonna take out my prime steady hands and put more projectile speed. But I will check first if because I suspect that the Incarnon 4 will also give it projectile speed. I'll see what's more worth and decide then. But overall, single target wise, this is a really strong weapon. So yeah, that basically means that if we see an Incarnon form get a small AoE portion, like you just turn the Incarnon into some like ricocheting bullets, some actual AoE, or something that when an enemy dies from the bullet, then it explodes, or like it explodes in headshots or some shit like that. Something interesting like that. Just something that is not, you know, something that is not single target. Anything that's not single target would make this weapon really fucking strong. It's already really good. Like, if you can genuinely run this on a disruption mission and go to level cap, especially if you have a good setup, like something to prime the target, then you just spam it with this, or charge shots even. It's actually like a really surprising weapon to me. I didn't expect it. Like, especially on Sim, where I have the level 220 Babaus, this killed the Babaus super quickly. Like 3 bursts, I think, and the Babaus Eximus would die, which is crazy. The Babaus Eximus are really fucking tanky. But yeah, it is what it is. I feel like this can obviously get improved, and with its Incarnon form, it will be one really strong weapon. We'll obviously see when time comes around for that, but I'm really hopeful. Honestly, I'm quite hopeful. Because I'm seeing the potential. Like, I think every new Incarnon has potential because it's an Incarnon. But this one I'm kinda excited, low-key. Like Destreza, Vectis, and this one I'm really excited. Destreza obviously because it's unique and Melidori. Vectis because, you know, my favorite sniper rifle, so Vectis definitely excited for that. And then this one is just a surprising little gun that does a lot of damage. Like a lot more than you would expect. So why not? I will probably pick up the Incarnon here, either with Plat, like I will make a video about all of them Incarnons, most likely, but man, it's great. Alright, let's see like how quick Angst is. Not that great on Angst, to be honest. I expected better results on Angst, but I will run a disruption mission as well to show you the amount of single target damage you can do to the disruption targets. Because it's genuinely quite a lot. I think a disruption would have way better results than survival. Obviously, single target weapons not great for survival, but still 70 kpm, like 70 to 80 kpm for single target weapons is actually quite good. Like that's genuinely decent sewing for something that's single target. So I'm not really afraid. I don't think I have a Bane mode, or you know, whatever it's called here, Expel I think. Yeah, I don't have an Expel mode. So this will just be the weapon. Obviously you can put Expel mode onto something, but I don't really need it. But yeah, not a crazy weapon, but the DPS of it is quite nice. Like surprisingly nice. Especially when you consider how old this weapon is. Like if I remember correctly, this is a 2017 or 2018 weapon. This is an old ass weapon. So I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised with this damage. Now obviously, you know, before I did the stack, not looking that great. With stacks, it's good. Look at that! That's some pretty decent damage. Oh, I forgot to put a Darzacavat. Maybe we saw some more orange crits. It's okay. I think I have Avenger on this build by default now for a while, so. Alright. So look. Like, that's actually quite good, no? Am I crazy for saying that's pretty good? Like, you could probably one-clip him on like level 1000 with just, you know, just basic priming from a pet. If you took an actual primer like a Bubonico or something like that, this would legit beam the demos, which is pretty crazy. And obviously I'm not running any setup. I didn't even put Eclipse on. I haven't used Eclipse once. I just kind of have it because I'm not really using the build. I'm gonna use Eclipse on the last two demos just to showcase what that would look like. But honestly, this is some pretty healthy damage. Oh, and I'm definitely using Eclipse on this guy. That guy is getting absolutely ass blasted when she times around. Anyways, look at that! That's some nutty fucking damage. Non-Rivenless Ballistica? Doing that? Color me impressed. Or whatever the saying is. I don't know what the saying is. Why am I trying to do sayings? Is it color me impressed? I think it's color me impressed. I'm not sure. Anyways. 2 bullets. I can probably one-tap with, what do you call it? With Eclipse. We'll try that. Yo, pick it up. Let me pick it up. I will lose Eclipse and then I will need to waste an energy bath. Please. Please. Oh, I'm gonna lose a stack. No, I lost the stack. Well, I still one tap him. I mean, it's pretty good. It's surprisingly good. Like, one charge shot, it kills the base heal path demo. So you could, in theory, if you learn the weapon, just spam, and then the last one just charge, and that would do a shit ton of damage. Yeah, let me keep my stacks here, then go find the target. Okay. So spam. Oops. Yeah. Synthesis target way too tiny, but you know, this guy is close to or even over the level cap health bar, so I feel like this is like the tankiest thing I can actually test weapons on, because even level cap Thrax would probably die there, but this guy survives. So low key, you know, that Simari's target might be the goal. We might need to be testing DPS on that guy instead of testing anything else, low key. But yeah, still, this is a really strong weapon, regardless. And obviously, Incarnon form for this, pretty decent use, honestly. I kind of like that. I was skeptical at first, but after trying it, I'm pretty convinced. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get all of them, but I would probably get it even if I like had choices. I would probably get Vectis in this one. So not bad. Pretty good weapon. Overall, you know, as I said, I tried Innervate as well, but this build just fared way better than Innervate, so I stuck with this, and I liked it quite a bit. I think the base damage added a lot of value. I'm not sure if this is multico. I don't think it is. It shouldn't be, at least, but if it is, that would make a lot of sense, and that would make it one of the few multico weapons that also has an Incarnon form, which would be quite broken. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching another video of mine, and I'll see you on the next one.